Good morning, students, and welcome to the another lecture for this engineering graphics. Today we will start with the unit number 5, that is called the isometric drawing. Now, in the previous lecture, we have studied about the orthographic projections. So, in orthographic projection, what we have done, we have converted the three-dimensional drawings into two-dimensional drawings. Okay, so three-dimensional object is given, and we have converted that into the front view. Okay, then we have converted that into top view and the side views, left hand side view and the right hand side view. Now these all these three views, they are having the these are having the two dimensions. Okay, so length and height. Okay, then length and width and the width and the height. Okay, so these are converted, and this is having all the dimensions, length, width and the height. Okay, so we have converted three-dimensional drawings into two-dimensional drawings. Now isometric drawing means what? It is a reverse of the orthographic projection. Here we have converted three-dimensional drawings into two-dimensional. Now in isometric drawing, we have to convert two-dimensional drawings into three-dimensional drawings. Okay, so it is just a reverse of the orthographic projection problem. Now in this case, we will be given the front view, top view and side view, and then we have to draw the isometric view. We have to convert the isometric view. Okay, so that is just the simple introduction of this isometric drawing. Okay, so just remember this one, conversion of three-dimensional drawings into two-dimensional drawings, that is called as orthographic projection, and conversion of two-dimensional drawings into three-dimensional drawings. Okay, the reverse of orthographic projection, it is called as the isometric drawing. Okay, so here this is the same thing, that is the definitions is given here. Okay, so we'll not, so here these are the things. Okay, we will see this the afterwards. Okay, now the most important thing here is, we will see here. So this part is very important. Now in this case, we have three-dimensional drawings now. So we have here three axes. Okay, in each axis will represent one dimension. Okay, so here this is L, D and H is given. We can call that as it is a vertical axis is always height. Out of these two axes, that is L and D, we can take length here also. If we take length, because we have three dimensions, we have length, we have width and we have height. Okay, so in isometric, while drawing the isometric drawing, we have to draw three axes. Okay, we have to draw the three axes. Now these three axes are inclined at 120 degree. Okay, so that you have to remember, because that is the MCQ questions for your examination. Definitely 100% this question will be asked in the examination. So in case of the isometric drawing, the included angle between the axis is what? 120 degree. This is 120 degree, then this is also 120 degree, and this one is also the 120 degree. Okay, now three axes are there. We have three dimensions. One is length, another is width, and the third one is height. Now height is always vertical, so this vertical axis will take the height. This vertical axis will take the height. Now the height is gone. Okay, now we are remaining with length and width. Now length, now we have two axes and we have two dimensions. So we can take length here also. We can take length on this D axis also, or we can take the length on L axis also. Okay, if you take the length on L axis, then this is width and this is width. If you take the length on D axis, then width will come here. Now how to take this length and width? So that we'll see afterwards. Okay, so here you just remember, if I take the length here, then you have to take width on the another axis. Height is always vertical. Height is always vertical. And if you take the width here, okay, so length comes on the another axis, height is here. Okay, so we will see where to take the length. That is depends on the problem. Okay, so we'll decide that afterwards. So now here you have to just remember, there are three axes in the isometric drawing, and the angle between the two axes is what? 120 degree. Okay, this is the angle axis between the two angles is 120 degree. Now we start drawing these isometric projections by taking the 30-degree angle. So why we take the 30-degree angle while starting the drawing? Because here, if you see here, this is the angle between the two axes is 120 degree. Okay, I have drawn here one horizontal line. Okay, I have drawn here one horizontal line. Now I am taking this height upward. So this is my height axis. Now this is length and this one is width. Now when you start the problem, now we know that the angle between the two axes in isometric drawing is 120 degree. Now we know that this is the total angle is what? 180. So what is the remaining angle now? 60 degrees remaining. So with this axis, it is 30-degree angle. Okay, and with this axis, it is also 30-degree angle. So that's why while starting the problem, okay, how we'll start the problem, isometric drawing problem. First of all, you have to take the horizontal line. Okay, you have to take the horizontal line. After that, you have to take here 30-degree angle, okay, on both sides. So on this side 30-degree angle, then on this side also 30-degree angle. Okay, then then you draw this inclined line. Okay, so I have not marked the, see, okay, 1 minute. I have not marked the center of this one. So let me take first the center. So suppose this is the center, then you have to keep the protector center on that particular center what we have taken. Okay, so it is there. Then you have to take here 30-degree angle here and 30-degree angle on this side. Okay, here. Okay, now you have to draw the 30-degree line here. So this is the construction steps in the while drawing the isometric drawings here. So you have to take the 30-degree angle on both sides. So this is 30-degree angle on this side, and you have to take 30-degree angle on this side also. Okay, so here this angle is also okay. So I'm just taking now here approximate. You have to draw it perfectly. Okay, like this. So what we have done, we have taken two axes now. We have taken two axes now. So this is one axis, this is another axis. Now the third axis will be vertical. Okay, third axis for the third dimensional axis will be vertical. So here we'll get the vertical axis. Now see, we have drawn three axes now. Okay, so you can take here length or you can take width here. So I have denoted here length. Okay, so I will take here width. Now how we will decide this length and width? Now if the front view is in this direction, so then we have to take the length here. Okay, then width comes here. If front view is from here, if you take the front view arrow, if you take the arrow here, you have to mark here length, and here you have to mark it, because we know that in front of the front view, the dimension is what? Length. It is always length. Okay, now I have taken here 30-degree angle. So this is 30-degree angle here and 30-degree angle here. Why I have taken 30-degree angle here? Because I know that in isometric drawing, the angle between the two axes is how much? It is 120 degree. So total angle is 180. So remaining angle is what? 30 degree and 30 degree. Okay, and this is the two axes, length and width, and third dimension comes here, height. So we got here three axes now, length, width, and the height. Okay, so we have to start the problem by drawing the horizontal line. Then we have to take here 30-degree line to get the two axes. Okay, so that is our length and width. Okay, or length and width on either side. You can take length here, width, like this. Vertical axis is always height. Okay, now why it is called as the the isometric drawing? Okay, suppose if I had drawn the parallel lines to this one, see, I am drawing here one simple drawing here. So we will construct here certain something like box like this here. Okay, so this is our three-dimensional box here. Now here, why this is called as iso? Iso means what? Iso means equal. Equal. Okay, and metric means what? Metric means what? Dimensions. Okay, so equal dimensions. Isometric means what? Equal dimensions. What is equal here? This angle between all. See, this is 120 degree, this is 120 degree, and this is also 120 degree. So all these three angles are 120 degree. Okay, so that's why this is called as what? This is called as the isometric drawing. So this is 120 degree angle here, 120 degree angle here, and 120 degree angle here. Now, if this condition is satisfied, then only we call that as a isometric drawing. If one of the angle is different, if two angles are same and the third angle is different, then it is called as biometric drawing. Okay, so if only two angles are same and the third angle is somewhat different, so then that projection is called as the biometric drawing. But we will not go into that one. Isometric means what? All the three angles between the isometric axis. Okay, we'll see what is called as the isometric axis. So these are called as the isometric axis. Okay, so x, y, this length, width, and height. So x, y, z axis. So that is called as the isometric axis. Okay, so angle between these are same, 120 degree. So that's why this is called as isometric drawing. Okay, isometric drawing. Now we will go to the next thing here. Now this is again your MCQ questions. What is isometric axis? So isometric axis are AL. Okay, then this is AD, and AH. These three axes are called as isometric axes. So this you have to remember. Now, what is meant by the isometric lines? Now, the lines which we have drawn parallel to this isometric axis. So this line we have drawn parallel to this AL axis. Then this line we have drawn parallel to this AD axis, isometric axis. Okay, so this line, this vertical line we have drawn parallel to AH isometric axis. Okay, so this line we have drawn parallel to AL. Then this line we have drawn parallel to AD, and this line we have drawn parallel to AH, vertical. Vertical lines are parallel to height. Vertical lines are parallel to height. Now this line is parallel to length, and this line is parallel to width. So the lines which are drawn parallel to these three axes, isometric axes, these are called as isometric lines. Okay, remember here. Okay, so axes are different. Axes are different, and parallel line to drawn to the axis, these are called as the isometric lines. Now, after drawing these isometric lines, we got here planes. One, this is second plane, and this one is the third plane. So we call these planes as a isometric planes. Okay, after drawing the isometric axis, isometric lines, we get the planes. Okay, so here three planes are visible. The another planes are inside. That is not visible to us. Okay, that planes are inside here. Okay, these are the planes. So here it is having 6 planes, but only 3 planes are visible. So this is 1, 2, 3, and then this is 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we are getting here the isometric planes. Okay, so these are called as the isometric planes. Okay, so isometric planes are obtained by drawing the parallel lines to the isometric axis. Okay, so this you have to remember. So what we are saying here, these are called as this is vertical line, this one. So these are called as isometric axes. These are called as isometric axes. Then the lines which are drawn parallel to this isometric axis, these are the line. The lines which are parallel to isometric axis, these are called as isometric lines. These are called as isometric lines. And because of that, we will get the planes. So this is the one plane, this is second plane, and this one is the third plane. So that is called as what? That is called as the isometric planes. So you remember this one. This is very important, and you will get the MCQ questions based on this one. Okay, so this is very important part. Okay, so what we are seeing? We are seeing what is the angle between the isometric axis. So it is very important. It is 120 degree. It is 120 degree. And generally in interview questions, they ask why in isometric projections we'll take 30-degree angle only, while construction, why will take the 120 degree? Why will take the 120 degree angle here? Oh, sorry, why will take 30-degree angle while drawing the isometric axis? Because the angle between the isometric axis is 120 degree, and that's why 120. Now remaining angle is what? It is 60. So to make it symmetrical, it is 30 degree on this side and 30 degree on this side. So we required here equal angles. So that's why it is called as the isometric projection. So that's why the 30-degree angle comes here. We take here only 30-degree angle, not 45, not 60 degree. Okay, so that is the answer for your question. Okay, so included angle between the isometric axis is 120 degree. 120, here it is 120, here it is 120 degree. Okay, so this is the thing. Then next thing is you have to remember isometric axis. So these are called as isometric axis, length, width, and height. These are called as, which are inclined at 120 degree here. Then the isometric lines which are drawn parallel to this isometric axis, these are called as isometric lines. And the plane which are obtained by drawing these lines to the isometric axis, these are called as isometric planes. Okay. Now there is another one, the thing that is called as the isometric scale. Okay, what is called as the isometric scale? Now there are two types of the views are there in isometric drawing. Okay, so one is called as isometric view, and another one is called as isometric projection. Okay, in our syllabus we have this one only. Okay, we don't have this one. Isometric projections we don't have. Okay, but the name of the topic is isometric projection. So isometric drawings mean it is isometric view and isometric projection. So what is meant by isometric view? If we are taking the actual dimensions from the front view, top view, and side view. Okay, now suppose if this is your front view, okay, and this dimension is how much? 100, and this dimension is what? The 60. That means this is length, and what is the dimensions for the front view? It is L and H. So if I am taking length, suppose I am taking length here. So if I am taking the same dimensions from the front view, 100 is length and 60 is height. So if I am taking 100 length and 60 height, and if I am constructing the three-dimensional object, then it is called as isometric view. If I am taking the actual dimensions from the two dimension from the two-dimensional drawings. So 100, 60, okay, and the another dimension is, suppose it is 30. So this is 30. So I have taken all the dimensions, actual dimensions, true. That is called as the true dimension. Okay. So that is called as, and then we have drawn the three-dimensional object. We have constructed the three-dimensional object. Then it is called as what? It is called as isometric view. It is called as isometric view. Now suppose the same thing is there. The same thing is there, 100, 60. But now here this is called as the isometric scale. This is called as the isometric scale. Now I am constructing isometric projection. So for isometric projection, we can't take the length is equal to 100. We can't take the dimension as L is equal to 100. So what you have to take for this 100? So you have to draw the scale first. You have to draw here the scale first. So you have to take here 30-degree angle line, and you have to draw the 45-degree line. Okay. Then you have to divide the distance here. Okay, you have to mark here you have to mark first the true length. So true length means, suppose this is 40. Okay, 1 centimeter. So this is 2 centimeter, 3 centimeter, 4 centimeter, and 5 centimeter. That means they have taken, suppose they have taken length is equal to suppose 50. Okay, so if you have to take the length is equal to 50, so here 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So 5 divisions we have marked. Then you have to take the projections on the 30-degree line. This is true length. True length is how much? 50 mm. True length is equal to how much? 50 mm. So here 1 centimeter, 2 centimeter, 3 centimeter, 4 centimeter, and 5 centimeter on the 45-degree line. On the 45-degree line. Then you have to draw the vertical lines on the 30-degree inclined line. This is 30-degree inclined line. Now this total length is 50. This is total length is 50. Now when we take the projections, now see the length get decreases now. This A and C, this length is less than AD. So that length you have to take here. That length, AC length you have to take as a length, AC. Okay, so this AC dimensions you have to take as a length. So it is less than what? The true length. It is less than what? The true length. So it will come something like 48 point something, 48 point something. So that means it is less than the 50. So because of that, what will happen? It is the three-dimensional object which we have drawn. It is somewhat get reduced. It get reduced. This is bigger because we have drawn it with actual dimension. This we are drawn with actual dimension. Isometric view we are drawn with actual dimension. And this is we are drawn with reduced dimension. This is we are drawn with the reduced dimension because we have used the isometric scale. We have used the isometric scale. So here the dimension get reduced. Here this is 50. This is here 50. Now for this three-dimensional object, it is 48 only. It is 48 only or 46 only. That means the dimension get reduced. So this three-dimensional object will be smaller than this object. Okay, this is bigger and this will be smaller than this object. Okay. So the isometric view means what? Isometric view means using the actual dimensions, from the front view, top view, and side view. Okay. And what is the isometric projection? They are using the reduced dimension. And from where they are taking this reduced dimension? They are taking this dimension from the isometric scale. This is called as the isometric scale. Okay. So in isometric scale, the dimension get reduced. Okay. And it get reduced by 0.815. This also you have to remember. This is very important. It get reduced by, that means if the actual dimension is 50, you have to multiply it by 0.815. You have to multiply it by 0.85. Then it will get reduced by some 2 to 3 mm. So something like this, it will reduce. So whenever the actual dimension is there, if 100 is the dimension, multiply it by 0.815. Take that dimension here. That means this dimension will be 100 multiplied by 0.815. While in isometric view, it is 100 only. While in isometric projection, you have to multiply that by 0.815. So when you multiply it by 0.815 or 9 by 11, so that dimension get reduced. That dimension get reduced. Okay. So if you are taking actual dimension, then it is isometric view. And if you are multiplying that dimensions by 0.815, and if you are taking that dimension, suppose it comes out to be 98 point something, just make the, I'm taking approximately. So I have reduced the dimension. So then it is called as isometric projection. Okay. Any dimension you are multiplying by 0.815, it is isometric projection. You will get isometric projection. And if you are using the same dimension, then it is called as the isometric view. It is called as isometric view here. Okay, so that is the two things are there. So in which view that means in which drawing we'll get the bigger view, we'll get bigger view in isometric view here. Okay, in this drawing, isometric view drawing, we'll get the bigger view because this is drawn with the actual dimension and this is drawn with the reduced dimension. Okay, this is drawn with the reduced dimension. Okay, that are the things are there. Okay, now let us see. So we will see some of the drawing. Now suppose this is the triangle. Okay, now if you have to draw this triangle on, okay, if you are okay, let me show you what is this isometric view. You have seen these videos on the Facebook or YouTube also. So what is this isometric drawing? So this is something like this. See, okay, so we can on the plane of paper. So okay, so on the plane of paper, we are drawing here three-dimensional views. Okay, the views are appearing like three-dimensional. Okay, so if you see here how it is drawing, so here using the concept of isometric projection. He is using the concept of isometric projection. Now see here, he is drawing the staircase. Now on the plane paper, now it appears that see the staircase is going downward. Okay, it is going downward here. So this is, see, the angle used here, it is isometric projection drawing. So angle used here, it is 30-degree angle. Okay, so like the here, horizontal. Okay, now after completing this drawing, you see this one. See, it appears something that it is a three-dimensional drawings on the plane of paper. It is a three-dimensional drawings. Okay, so after just learning these isometric projections, you can also try something like this. You can also prepare the three-dimensional object on the plane of paper. Okay. Okay, so this is one kind of the drawing is there. Okay, this is another type of drawing. Let me show you this one also. Okay, see this is what, this is another type of, see this is on the plain paper, this is drawn, but this is appears as a three-dimensional drawing. So this is also the perfect example of isometric drawing. So see, now he is showing how he has drawn that one. You can refer the videos from the YouTube and you can find out the such type. You can also draw, you can also draw this type of drawings. Okay, so let me show you the another one so that you can imagine like this. Okay, then yeah, this is the street drawing. Okay, they are drawing that one. See, this is again the good one. Yeah, you see this one, this thing. See, this is also drawn with the isometric projection. Okay, isometric view or isometric projection. So here the staircase. Now on the plane of paper, it appears that it is what? It is a three-dimensional drawings. Okay, it is a three-dimensional drawing. So something like a perfect picture like this. So you can also draw this one. It is very easy to draw. Okay, just first learn the concept and now then afterwards we can also draw these things. Now here this is also, see, now see this appears that it is floating on the paper. Okay, this bar is fitting on the paper. So this is again very simple, and the shadow also there he has drawn. So this is also the perfect example of the isometric view or isometric drawings. Okay, so that you have to then letters also, you can draw the letters. Okay, you can also draw the letters there. Okay, see this one. This is there. Now, this is this is called as the street drawing. Okay, this is called as what? The street drawing. Okay, now here you see this one. This is also the isometric drawing, and now it appears that on the street he has drawn, or he is jumping on that one. Now here you see this one. See, this is again the isometric view. This is again the isometric view. Okay, now you see here, after this, see, it appears that there is a slope. Okay, so this one, see. Okay, so it is drawn on the plane of paper. It is drawn on the plane of paper or the street, but it appears like a 3D. See here, this is the perfect example. See, like this. Here also, this is our three-dimensional drawings. Okay, so the person, no, it appears that it is there. It is like a the container. It is like a container there. Okay, so here, see this one. See, he has drawn the cracks on the street. So this is a crack is there. So whatever the person which is coming, it appears to that person that something crack is there on the road. Okay, so like this. Here we have just seen this is the staircase here. Okay, like this. So here they have drawn some slot here. See, just by practice you can also draw this type of the drawings. Okay, this is just you have to make the practice of the isometric drawings. So once you solve some problems, so you can also draw such type of the drawings here. See here. Okay, so this is just the imagination. See, it is appearing that he is just that is jumping into that or he has taking that steps and he's coming downward. Okay, see, he has drawn now here the pot. Okay. Now this is the three-dimensional snake here, like this. Okay. Staircase is the perfect example. That means you can draw that one. See, this is very interesting here. Okay, like this. So see, we can refer the you can refer the videos. But first of all, we have to learn how to draw that one. Then you can refer the another thing. That means, and then you can also draw the the three-dimensional drawings here. Okay, like this. Okay. So then okay, now here there is one thing is there. Suppose now we will start with the simple thing. Now suppose if we have to draw this rectangle. We have to draw this rectangle. Now we will start with rectangle, then we will construct first we will draw the plane. We will start with plane. Okay. And then we'll draw the three-dimensional object. Now suppose this plane is what? A, this is B, this is C, and this one is D. Suppose the dimension is what? 50. This is 50 and this one is 50. I'm taking what? Length and height only. Okay, I'm taking length and, or let us say, we'll draw it in both the views. Then we'll change the dimensions. Now, what is the first step to draw the dimensions? So what we have to do? We have to first draw the horizontal line. So we will take first the horizontal line. So this is the horizontal line here. Yes. So this is the horizontal line. Then I'm taking here some reference. Then I will put my protractor here. Okay. Then I will take here, this is 30 degree here and 30 degree here. Okay. And then you draw the inclined lines here like this. Okay. This procedure we have to follow for all the problems of isometric projections. Okay. In orthographic projections, we have taken two vertical axes, and then we have taken what? We have taken the dimensions for the views. Okay. So here, okay, we have drawn we have drawn here two axes. Okay, I am drawing here third axis also. Let us draw that third axis also. And then we will see how to draw this plane, vertical plane here. Okay. This is there like this. So I have drawn three axes now. Okay, so I'm not giving the name because the vertical axis is always the height. The remaining axis we can change anything. We can name it anything. Okay, so that the name I am not giving. So we will see that one, how to draw it. Now suppose if this is a front view, then this is length, and this is what? Height, because for front view we have length and height. So where we'll get the length and height? You take here length. Okay, so length and height, or you can take here length and height. Okay, so I'm taking on this axis, I'm taking length. You can take it here also. Okay, no problem. So I'm taking here, so this becomes my front view, because in front view the dimensions is horizontal is length and vertical is height. So L and H. Now how to draw these dimensions? How to draw this plane now? Okay, how to draw this plane now? A, B, C, D. Now see this D point will come here. This D point will come here. Now we have to just take this rectangle and you have to place it here. You have to place it here using the dimension. So D point is here. So this is the D point. Now what is the DC? DC is equal to 50. Okay, so you have to take here 50 mm dimensions. Okay, so here you have to take 50 mm dimensions. So this is 50. Okay, this is 50 here. here somewhere this is 50. Okay, so we have taken, so DC, so this is our DC. Now what is the vertical line? Now because we don't have this, we can draw here afterwards. First of all we have to draw L and H. We have two axes. Now AD line is how much? 50. So we have to take vertical. First draw the dimensions on the isometric axis. First draw the dimensions on the isometric axis. So here also we have 50 mm. Okay, so here we have, this is 50. Okay, somewhere here it is coming. Okay, okay, here, somewhere here. Okay, just take the dimensions correctly. Yeah? Here I'm not getting the dimensions here. Okay, it is coming somewhat here. Okay, so here it is coming somewhere upward here. Okay, so this is 50. Okay, so what is this? This is A. This is A point. So what we have drawn? We have drawn AD and we have drawn the DC. AD and DC we have drawn. Now these are on the isometric axis. Now what you have to do? You have to take the your roller scale. Okay, in all the in total engineering drawings you have to use the roller scale. Now take the roller scale. Take AD as a reference. Take AD as a reference and then roll it. Then draw a vertical line from C. We have to find out now B point. How to find out the B point? Now drawing the isometric lines. We are drawing now isometric lines because this line is parallel to isometric axis. This line is parallel to isometric axis. Now what is the second line? The second line will come from what? A. Will come from A parallel to, we have to draw that from parallel to DC. So keep your roller scale here. You have to keep the roller scale here. Okay, it is on DC. Then roll it and then draw the line from A. Draw the line from A. So you'll get here intersection. You'll get here intersection. So what is that intersection? That is our point B. So B point, we got our B point after drawing the parallel lines AB parallel to length and CB, BC parallel to height. Okay, so this is our rectangle. So we got here rectangle. Similarly, you can draw it on this side also. Okay, suppose if you take the dimensions on this side, suppose this is 50 here. If this is 50 here on this side, so this is A, B, C. Now we'll take another. Then here you have to draw the parallel line to AD and then parallel line to, suppose this E is there, parallel line to ED. So on this side now. Okay, so this line is parallel to this isometric axis. This line is parallel to this isometric axis. So we got here. Now we got here third intersection. Okay, so this is our point F. Now we have intersection B. We have intersection F. Now from F, where you will draw the line parallel to AB or parallel to CD, because this line is going in this direction. So we have to take the reference of AB. You have to keep your roller scale here. You have to keep your roller scale here now. Okay, on AB. And then you have to draw the line passing through this F. So like this. Now from B, because here we don't have point, so you have to take the reference as B. Now we have to draw the line in this direction. So parallel to AF or parallel to D. So if you draw the line parallel, so you'll get something like this. Okay, so this is there. Okay, so now likewise we'll get the what we got here, the three-dimensional box here. Okay, we got the three-dimensional box. Okay, like this. Now here what we have drawn, we have drawn the rectangle. We have drawn vertical rectangle. So how we will draw the we will see how to draw the horizontal rectangle. How to draw the horizontal rectangle. Now for horizontal rectangle, what you have to do? So again, you have to take one horizontal line. You have to draw one vertical line here. Okay, as a reference. Then you have to take 30-degree angle this direction, 30-degree angle this direction. So again, I am taking, suppose this is, I am taking length. I am taking this as a height, and the third dimension is what? Width. So this is my length. Suppose this is 50. Okay, this is my front view. So this is length is equal to 50. Height is also equal to 50. Now last time we have drawn it vertically. We have drawn the it vertically. Now I am drawing it horizontally. How to draw it horizontally now? Okay. Now how to draw it horizontally? So let us see now this one. See this A point. This A point I am taking here. This is A point. Okay. Now B point 50. So this is 50 mm. You have to take here B point. So this is our 50 mm. Length is equal to 50. I have drawn this one. Now we have to draw it horizontally. So we have to take, we have to, sorry, now this becomes width now. This will come in the top view now. Width is equal to 50. So AD is equal to 50. AD is equal to, now this is width wise. This is width wise. So this is 50. Okay. Now we got here two intersection. What? B and D. From D parallel, we have to draw isometric line parallel to isometric axis. So you have to keep your roller scale here. You have to keep your roller scale here parallel to AL, and you have to draw the parallel lines from D. You have to draw the parallel lines from D like this. Then you have to keep your roller scale. You have to keep your roller scale at B. You have to keep your roller scale at B parallel to AD. Parallel to AD. Okay, parallel to the AD. So it will come from here, something like this, like this. So when you draw that one, okay. So when you draw the lines, so you will get here intersection. That is intersection is C here. That intersection is C here. So see what we have drawn. We have drawn A, B, C, D. A, B, C, D is our, now this is our horizontal plane. This is our horizontal plane. Last time what we have drawn? We have drawn here vertical plane. We have drawn here vertical plane. Okay. So when you have to draw vertical plane, we have to use a height dimension, and when we have to draw the horizontal plane, you have to use the length and width dimension. L and W we have to use. Okay. So based on what you are drawing, so like now if you see here, see, if you have to draw vertical rectangle, so it will come something like this. This is length. Okay. So this is length and this is height. And if you have to draw it here, so this is length and this is width. This is horizontal, this is vertical. Okay. Then if you have to draw the triangle, so then this is length and this one is height. This is length and this is height for the triangle. And if you are drawing the horizontal, then this is length and this becomes width. So this is height or width. We'll take here height or width. If you are taking height, then it becomes vertical. If you are taking width, it becomes horizontal. It is very simple. Okay. Then how to draw the pentagon? So for pentagon, now we have to take we have to take outer rectangle or outer rectangle here, and then first of all we have to draw here 1, 2, 3, 4. We have to draw here 1, 2, 3, 4. Then take this 1E distance in compass, mark it here. 1E distance in compass, mark it here. Then 1A distance here. Then 2B distance here. Then 3C distance here. Then 3D distance here. So after marking that points, which point you have to mark? E point, 1E distance. 1, this is E. Okay, 1A distance here. Then this is 2B distance you have to mark. You have to take this distance in compass and you have to mark it here. 3C distance here, then 3D distance here. And after marking these 5 points, then you have to join that the view. Okay, like this. So for pentagon or hexagon, you have to take outer rectangle or outer boundary there, and then in outer boundary. So here from the corners only you have to draw the vertical line. See, from D you have to draw one vertical line. From A you have to draw one vertical line. Then from BC, then horizontal line, and from E it is horizontal line. So you will get the required rectangle. Corner points are 1, 2, 3, 4, and then from corner points you have to take the points on the pentagon. Distance of the points on the pentagon that you have to mark here. And horizontal also same thing. Okay, horizontal also same thing. See, this plane you have to mark here. From A it is A distance. From 2 it is B distance. From 3 it is C distance. From 3 it is D distance. Then from 4 it is E distance. So you'll get this type of things. Okay, see, it is very easy. Just take this plane and put it here. Okay, just put it here and here. Okay, so you'll get the required rectangles. Okay, so for today we will stop here, and then in tomorrow's lecture we will discuss how to draw the circle in isometric projection, because here we are not using the compass. In orthographic projections, we have used the compass for drawing the circle, but while drawing the circle in isometric view, you have to follow one method that is called as the 4-center method. So that 4-center method we will discuss in the next lecture. Okay. So thank you very much. If you have any questions regarding the content, you can ask me, or you just put your roll numbers in the chat box. I will stop here. Okay. So thank you very much. Please download the app. Those who are not download the app, just download.